Good evening. We're bringing you the show tonight from Cambridge Bay, Nunavut. We've been taking Northbeat on the road to celebrate our 30th anniversary and also to highlight some of the incredible communities here in the north. Tonight, we'll learn about a mentorship program in Cambridge Bay that's passing on knowledge and language. But first, here's the news. Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts in Cambridge Bay, Nunavut. We begin tonight in the Northwest Territories, where officials are rolling out a plan to deal with high lead levels in Yellowknife schools. Faucets and drinking fountains are being replaced at William McDonald School and Range Lake North School. At NJ McPherson, the third school to test for high lead levels in the city, work is also underway.
So for NJ, we have ordered replacement parts for all of the fixtures that are being replaced there. We expect those to arrive. I mean, the delivery isn't finalized yet, but we expect those to arrive sometime in the second or third week here of September. And once they do arrive, they will be installed immediately. YK1 maintenance personnel have prioritized this and are doing great work getting everything installed.
While the news of high lead levels is causing alarm for some, NWT Chief Public Health Officer Dr. Cami Candola says the impact on students' blood lead levels could be minimal.
Overall, just based on what I've seen with William McDonald and based on where these high levels were located, as well as the fact that after the second immediate intake, the levels dropped, I would basically think that the overall impact on health in terms of if you did a blood lead level, you're not going to pick up high levels or exceedances.
Public Health has received 27 test results for lead levels in blood. The results show normal levels of lead and don't require public health intervention. Students are encouraged to fill their water bottles at designated water refill stations to avoid any contaminated water. The president of the Yukon Association of Education Professionals says staff vacancies are having an impact not only on students, but on teachers too. The Yukon Education Authority has said teachers will need to be shuffled around to cover 11 vacancies this year until more staff are hired. Ted Hoope says personal routines and consistency are important for teacher success, and the current strategy is a big ask for educators across the territory.
So that is a very strong position to be in. I've worked in a few different jurisdictions, and so we're at 98% capacity with our hiring, and that's just a very strong position to go in, compared to other places that I've worked in. So we are just feeling really positive about the start of this year.
Hoope says at least the vacancies are lower compared to previous years and much lower than in the other territories. The Nunavut School Board has officially opened a $55 million student residence in Kuujjuaq. The Kayusivik student residence has space for 84 people, including families and parents. That's more than 8 times the space of the previous facility. The new residence is for vocational training students, as well as those participating in Nunavut's university program. The school board's president says it's a major step towards Inuit being able to pursue education closer to home.
Nunavut are less than 25% have high school diploma because not on purpose, but in the past, before Kativik Ilisak Nilirenek, for example, at the French sector, there were no secondary programs available for many of us who went to school in French.
Alupa says the school board is also working to have new workshop spaces built in the community. She says that proposal will be submitted in the fall. The community of Wati in the Northwest Territories has issued an evacuation notice. A wildfire is currently burning about 15 kilometers southwest of the community. Air tankers worked on the fire today to hold growth to the north. As the community gets ready for a possible evacuation, they're working to make sure elders and young people are well protected.
So we have worked with the health center, and also they're going to open up a culture center, youth center, and school where they could put people and we're getting it ready.
NWT Fire says drought conditions and very limited rain have made managing the wildfire extremely challenging. In the Northwest Territories, members representing Aklavik walked away early from the Gwich'in Tribal Council Annual General Assembly last week. The meeting happened over 3 days, ending on Friday. It took place in Sigachik, one of the 4 communities that governs the GTC. The CBC's Des Loreen has more.
The Gwich'in Tribal Council Annual General Assembly ended with a walkout by one of its 4 bodies on Friday. The Iditat Gwich'in Council that represents Aklavik chose to leave the table hours before the gathering wrapped up. The 3-day meeting began with delays approving the agenda, and throughout the week, voting was ending in tiebreakers. A motion was put forward to gather the 4 presidents and the Grand Chief to take a unified approach. When the motion was defeated, the members of the Iditat Gwich'in Council stood up to leave the meeting.
President McLeod there put forth a motion for all 4 presidents and the Grand Chief to work together, and we all agreed on it, and everybody was really happy, thinking that that was the direction we were going, but unfortunately that fell through.
Former Chief of Sigachik Peter Ross was in attendance and asked the Aklavik delegation to stay. The Aklavik group sat down and listened to Ross address the assembly.
I was even thinking, maybe all you people that's sitting to the table here should all resign from your position. That's not the way to. You say you work for your people, but I don't see that.
The audience applauded Ross's words that encouraged the delegates at the table to work together. Once Ross was done speaking, Greenland and the rest of the Aklavik delegation walked out. Greenland says the move was not in hostility. He said the walkout reflected their disappointment that members could not agree on what seemed like the productive thing to do. There is no word yet on when the board will meet again to discuss what will happen next. Des Loreen, CBC News, Inuvik.
Getting a birth certificate in Nunavut can be a challenge. Now, one organization is making the process easier. Kaupanuak held a workshop today in Nikalawit to try and help residents navigate the process. Organizers say they started the work after seeing multiple families get a birth certificate for their children. Workshop attendees also came for help with problems like misspellings on previously issued birth certificates. Kaupanuak's service coordinator says there can be significant barriers in getting the document.
We noticed that especially for those who were born in Ontario or outside of Nunavut, some people may not have like a visa or the means to pay for the birth certificate, or they might not even have access to have internet and apply for birth certificates.
Our technicians are working to get our feedback. Until then, I'm Robert Holden and I'll be your host. Kaupanuak is also helping cover the cost of birth certificates for children who need them. For many, this support removes the financial barrier that often keeps families from getting the certificate. A similar workshop also took place today in Igloolik. A new timber frame mill in the Yukon is taking timber destined for waste and repurposing it into something new. The CBC's Gordon Loverin went to Teslin to find out more.
They're lean, not mean, and they're on a mission. Elmer Jackson, a Teslan Tlingit, and business partner Graham Primley are taking used wood and waste trees, recutting them into usable timbers for housing construction in the Yukon and elsewhere.
So we are 100% recyclable, handmade, homemade timbers, timber frame.
The timber mill business sprang up from watching the new bridge being constructed in Teslan. They got to know the bridge contractor and asked what they were going to do with the timbers once they were finished with them. Turns out they would be cut up and burned.
And so we took a chance and had a pressure washer and sampled a few timbers to make sure there was no petroleum-based products. And once those were clean and they planed up, we went and spent 40 grand.
Today, they're using those recycled timbers to build a 2,500 square foot timber mill just a few kilometers away from the new bridge on the Alaska Highway. Once complete, they'll have a Norwood portable mill inside the building to reshape wood into 4x4, 6x6, and 12x12 timbers.
We've worked in Carcross on numerous projects. We have to travel quite a bit to keep ourselves employed in the timber framing industry.
Primley comes from a traditional timber frame construction background. He's created a 4-point and 3-point connection system that they will patent. Primley says the benefits of that new system lead to stronger joints and longer spans to create bigger buildings.
I want to build houses that are affordable. I want to drop the price because of the contractors that come in that aren't local have to have housing and things like that, so it drives the price up. And this wood is from our land.
They say the shop will be completed in a month, and then they'll be firing up the portable mill and spitting out new timbers for the northern housing market. All that simply after watching a steel bridge come together in their backyard. Gordon Lovren, CBC News, Teslan.
The future is everything. Stories of incredible ingenuity, dedication, and some extraordinary teamwork. This is parenthood.
Take a voyage with me to the vast, remote, most extreme place on Earth.
For many, this will be a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Where the effects of climate change are intensifying.
The poles are a very rapidly changing place.
And geopolitical cracks threaten peace and stability.
Do you think there's a security concern?
I definitely do.
Experience the historic all-Canadian mission. CBC in Antarctica. Watch free on CBC Gem.
Want to get the most out of CBC News? Use the app or cbcnews.ca for live breaking news on the stories that matter to you. Whether it's local, national, or around the world, turn to CBC News.
It makes sense that they get a larger share, or does it?
Welcome to the Greenbelt.
All of this, just single detached homes?
Yes.
What do we know? I think we can explain.
About that with Andrew Chang.
Although the NBA currently is flooded with Canadian players, this was not a reality.
A new immigration law.
This story, it's directly tied to all those families who made a brave choice to come to this country.
My favorite word,
tariff.
How seriously are you taking this threat?
It's the uncertainty that's the biggest issue.
Canada, we got you.
Elbows up!
Hello, I'm Paul Andrews. Here's George Tuckaroo with the news.
Thanks, Paul. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Carol Morin.
That's Northbeat for tonight. I'm Nadira Beg. Good night.
Good evening. I'm Randy Henderson. We start in the Northwest Territories.
Good evening. I'm Kate Kyle.
I'm Hillary Bird.
Shannon Scott.
Juanita Taylor, and this is Northbeat.
Welcome back. Apologies for the technical difficulties there. We're so happy to be back connected with you. And a big thank you, Koana, to Robert Holden, who I know had your back while we were scrambling to get things back up. But we are back up, and tonight we are bringing you the show from Cambridge Bay, Nunavut. I am at the Kugaluk Cultural Campus, where a special program pairing elders with elders in training is both a mentorship program and also one that facilitates the intergenerational transfer of language and tradition. Emily Angalalik is the executive director of the Kitamute Heritage Society. We spoke earlier about the program and her hopes for the future. Emily, I wonder if you can tell me about the mentorship that goes on in the Kugaluk Center here, the cultural campus, because it's not just a space to create, it's a space for teaching as well.
Yes, the mentorship program that we had been in the planning for some time is to mentor the younger generation of our elders to become, to learn as much as they can from our elders, as you know, since they're present here, you know, let's learn from our elders. Let's get as much, you know, information, not only information, but their skills, their what their ways of life was like back then, and that we want to transfer that onto, you know, our next generation of elders.
And I understand some of the elders here, the elders and residents here as well, are some of the last of their generation in terms of being born on the land, and that's the kind of knowledge you're looking to pass on, yeah?
More so, like, I know we cannot go back, you know, to how they used to live, but what we want to see and we envision as the, you know, the Heritage Society is to have our elders and, you know, residents transfer on Inuit language, culture, transfer their knowledge to our elder apprentices, so that, you know, the next generation will be, you know, learning from them. So that's our that's what we, you know, envision to do.
Tell me more about the process of that happening. We were having a chat earlier, and I know it's not something that you sit in a classroom and learn. So tell me more about how the knowledge is passed on.
Yes, how the knowledge is passed on through, you know, our elders today is through observation, through listening, and also through practicing. So, and we want to make sure, like, we want to see, like, our elder apprentices to practice, to test, to see, like, while our elders are still, you know, are here, that, you know, they can help them and they can guide them through the steps of their learning, through their learning process, and that, you know, it's a safe place. We're in a safe place where we're helping and engaging, you know, with each other, along with our elders and residents and our apprentices. So that's what we are doing here.
And what's it been like to have a dedicated space like this cultural campus to be able to do this work?
It has been a long time journey. This is a space where we, you know, as learners, as apprentice learners, we're in a safe space where we can, you know, practice our skills with the guidance of our elders. And yes, we're so grateful to have a building such as, you know, the Kugaluk, where, you know, we can fully engage, immerse ourselves in Inuit and continue to just keep our tradition and our culture alive through these programs.
So I understand that you are also the winners of one of the categories of the Arctic Inspiration Prize. Tell me how you envision using that money to grow this program and what your plans are for it.
Yes, the community apprentice, elder apprentice program for the Qitaqmut, namely for our elders here in the Gugalak, elders in residence. With this part of funding, we envision and we will strive towards learning the skills through, through and by our elders. And we're like, our plan is to have like community members from Kokloktok, from Johaven, from Koklo, from Cambridge Bay, is to, to carry on the Inuit Naktun language and culture through programs. How can we, as elder apprentices, continue to serve our Inuit fellow members to work and to conduct cultural programming. So that's what we are, planning to do with the Arctic Inspiration Prize.
It's a lot to look forward to, and I wonder if you would do a bit of navel gazing with me and looking into the future and just telling me maybe in 15 years where you hope this program will be.
In 15 years, where will this program be? I'm hoping with, developing this curriculum is what we, is that this will be shared. It'll be user-friendly for all, where we can model this and give to, other organizations. Maybe this works, maybe, and we'll just learn and continue to work at this for, for the betterment and the vision of our elders. This is what our elders want. I want to see my grandchildren, I'm getting choked up. I want to see my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren to understand and, maybe be fully immersed in the Inuit Naktun language. But, that would be, if it's their vision, that's our vision too. So that's what we would like to, model that and use and, just keep at it.
Emily Koana, thank you so much for your time today.
Koana Kodillo, thank you.
In Nunavut, Rankin Inlet's Old Ball Diamond has a new name. The Hamlet's Recreation Department decided to name the facility after the late Justin Merritt. It's a way to recognize the significant influence Merritt had on sports in the community.
Justin was very, very into sports in Nunavut, not only baseball and softball, but hockey and everything else. And he was a really big organizer. He was on the Hockey Nunavut board for a number of years. He ran Rankin Inlet minor hockey for several years.
The sign bearing his name was unveiled on August 22nd with family, friends, and others in attendance. Earlier this summer, the baseball diamond was also renovated with brand new turf and new dugouts. And a new mural has popped up in Dawson City, Yukon. It's a colorful reminder of salmon's importance to the Trondequetchin First Nation and the hope for their return. The piece includes 5 large salmon. Each is painted and decorated with items like bicycle tires, computer keyboards, even a birdhouse. The Youth of Today Society led the project with local youth. The society has also organized similar mural projects in Haines Junction, Ross River, Teslin, Carcross, and Watson Lake this year. In Nunavut, the hamlet of Kingite is hosting its first ever clam digging festival. Organizers say the festival will be full of activities, prizes, and community spirit. Carl Cardinal has that story.
The hamlet of King Knight organized the first ever community clam festival on August 24th. Around 20 people registered and boats helped transport community members to the location. Marta Samayu-Eli is a participant. She says she woke up at 4 in the morning to take a boat and she loved it.
Not a lot of people have boats or transportation to go out, so it was amazing for the recreation to have this event. So I also noticed that a lot of elders had a chance to go, and it was amazing.
Some of the prizes included coolers, inflatable mattresses, and fishing rods. Iyushayu Kingwatsiak is another participant. She says clam chowder will be served tonight at the youth center.
We got lots, and they were a little bit bigger.
The festival ends today, but the hamlet is hoping to do it again next year. Carl Cardinal, CBC News, Iqaluit.
And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. I'm Megan Roberts in Cambridge Bay, Nunavut. Have a good night.
I think for many of our athletes, they grew up and understood right away who they were. I'm tall, long, lean. I'm not a hockey player. I look just like him.
A new immigration law.
People who have been trying to get relatives out of Asia and Africa for years now see some real hope.
What kind of a Canada will we have? What is the future like?
Although the NBA currently is flooded with Canadian players, this was not a reality.
This story, it's directly tied to all of those families who made a brave choice to come to this country.
How can any of this be fair?
Now you might think, hey, we just need more doctors, but that's not really it.
Russian scheme here.
Shows you where it starts, where it ends.
Were you really willing to risk that job?
Yes.
At Thunder Bay's favorite festival, Wake the Giant.
Ta-da! There it is.
Stream anytime. CBC News.
Teenage boys and teenage girls in the same school. A churning sea of hormones that threatens to drown us all. Well, not on my watch.
Go Hooters! Want to get the most out of CBC News? Use the app or cbcnews.ca for live breaking news on the stories that matter to you, whether it's local, national, or around the world.